I recently modeled these boots and have placed them on Sketchfab for you to download. So I wanted to kind of showcase how you would use these boots inside of Character Creator and iClone. So that first video I made was taking these actual models and applying them to a Character Creator character. So what you want to do is download, take the FBX file, and in this package I've got two different FBX files. One has the boots together as one object, and the other has them separate left and right. So if you need them to be separate, you'll have that model available as well. So what you want to do is create an accessory and add these joined boots in the A pose. If you put your character in the A pose, it'll come in about where you need them to be. Adjust the scale down to 1, and they'll pop right on here. I have this model, also the dark-haired girl model, available on my Sketchfab site. So if you want to apply these to her, you can. So you can see there's a little bit of tweaking you have to do with the fabric of the pants, and I've kind of compressed it around her ankle, but you want to maybe move these back into a little bit of position here, and that looks good. So just kind of tuck the fabric in, or if you've got pants that are going to go around the fabric, then you'll have to enlarge them that way. So what you want to do is transfer skin weights with the boots selected, and choose shoes and apply. This will transfer all the bones to the actual shoe, so that when you add some motion to this character, the boots will go with. You can check your materials here. And it renders pretty good in iRay. You can see there's a little bit of fabric poking through there. So I'm going to go into the pants here, and I'll show you how I adjust for that. So you go to Edit Mesh and grab this little area here and just push it back into the boot. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, so we'll end that, and we've got our character here. So let's add a couple poses just to make sure the boots follow her. And they are. You can see that they move with her bones there. You can put them in different positions. You can see the toe bends a little bit with her toe. So yeah, they look pretty good. So what we'll do is send this character to iClone, but first we want to save these boots. So if you go to your custom library, you can take these and add the plus symbol once they're selected and drop them into your custom library, so you can use these over and over again on characters. It's a good thing to do if you're gonna, once you go to the trouble of building assets and bringing those in, to go ahead and save them in your library for a bunch of future use. So I'm just going to update this thumbnail here, do capture thumbnail, and actually I kind of want this a little bit closer, so we'll do it like that. There we go. Alright, so now we want to send this model to iClone. So we'll do send the iClone button, and then I'll open up iClone and drop her in here. Alright, so I don't want to build a whole scene, so what I've done is I exported some video from Lumion that I'm going to drop into the background of this model and align the grid. So I just want to go in here and change the max texture size to 8K. Not that I have 8K materials on this, I just think I need to go ahead and change this. 8K. The boots do come with 4K materials, so they are pretty high res, and they look sharp when you render them in iRay or even in iClone standard render, which is what that first animation was. So just to line this up, I'm going to drop the images in. I've got some still cameras that don't move. We'll drop that in and align this grid, you can do Control G and that'll bring up the grid in iClone, and just kind of pan your view around until you get the grid and the perspective that you want it to be. I'm going to turn her off so I can focus on this and just move it till it looks about right. There's no like hard surfaces or right angles in this scene to line up, so just have to kind of eyeball it. Once you do that, you want to create a camera, so you go to create, or let's see, yeah, create and camera. So I've got 3 different views that I've saved out of Lumion. I'm going to call this one camera 1. She's going to be walking up from the distance, and then camera 2 will be this one here, a little lower shot, closer up. Alright, so we'll create a camera in here, and we'll call this camera 2. And then we have one more vantage point on the rock here. Okay, so we'll add in our 3rd camera here. Add this image in and line it up on this rock here. Create a camera, new camera, because I don't want to be adjusting my other cameras. Alright, doesn't have to be perfect. Let's add a pose really quickly, some motion here. That's not going to work. That's not going to work either. I think these female characters have their feet too close together, so I'm going to just choose a male character. Stand a little wider apart here. Go with one of these idols. Alright, so that's better. More fitting with these boots anyway. So one thing I want to do is turn on image-based lighting. So I want to add a 360 image that I rendered out of Lumion from this exact same scene, and I want to apply that kind of color and overall lighting effect to the 3D character here. So if you go to image-based lighting tab, you can load in that image, your own image in there to fit your scene, and that'll just give you overall general better lighting on your character to match the background images that you're importing. And that's it. I think I want to render this out and add some snow flurry on top, and that's going to give us this effect we'll see right here. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in these boots, head over to Sketchfab and download them for your 3D characters. I'd much appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you're not.